everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wildcard round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Seahawks going up against the Rams. With that, we're once again off to L.A. We're standing by. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Go, go, go.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Michael Brockers was a first-round pick coming out of college and has done nothing but enhance that status. A tremendous player inside.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd and very short here, less than a yard. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good game. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
On first down, it's Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Counting down toward the midway point in corner 1. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Pitch goes to Rawls. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go again with Rawls. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And the wideout in motion. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Fresh set of downs here, and they're definitely showing blitz here. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Wilson. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Hauschka now for the extra point. Oh, missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Goff now on second down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2 yards to go here on third down. Third and 2. Goff looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. On second down, here's Goff. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Time to step aside. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The one running back is Gurley. To throw on second down is Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Third and long. It's gone. And it's complete to Britt. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Here we go now.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. K.J. Wright in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's third and goal now, back at the 11. Now Goff on third and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So on fourth down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. And Zuerlein's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The one running back is Gurley. Goff now looks to throw. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up third and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
Let's go. Detroit. Detroit.
Goff. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Brent that time. And it's 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So it was a drive that seemed to go on for an eternity, forever. Our sponsors were probably saying, hey, we need to get our products in here on these commercials. But after all of that, 3 points as a result.
Yeah, it's hard to say who came out ahead there, isn't it? On one hand, you kept the defense out there a long time. But after controlling the ball for so long and just moving the ball incrementally down the field, a field goal seems like a bad result.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Gurley, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Goff on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Another pistol look here. Second and 10. Goff again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the offense lining up first and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 30, Leopard!
From the gun on third down, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Third and long. It's gone. Looking for Brett. Intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And wasn't that supposed to be a sweep?
They didn't even get to the outer third of the field. That got blown up quickly.
Normally, when you're calling a play, you're talking about that tackle made, as you said, to the outer part of the field. Ran that one down in a hurry. That's great diagnosis by the defense.
Now Wilson on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
A long way to go for the offense here on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw on second down is gone. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Goff now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect him.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Goff. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They come out here in the eye. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the fourth. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a really nice play. We're able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. There we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
The one running back is Gurley.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. That is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Throwing on third, gone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here we go now. Gun.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They come out here in the eye. To throw is gone. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the back goes into motion. 3rd and long. It's gone. Finding time. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. K.J. Wright in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air, but I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice, because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part, because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
Throwing is Wilson, and the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And he motions the wide receiver. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And some space here. 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 47 yards.
That's GG.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in 5 seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
We may very well be headed to overtime.
Madden.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Gone. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. Now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to advance to the divisional round. Time playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They start on the ground with Rawls, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. And the wideout in motion. The play clock's running down. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. A toss right to Rawls. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, They created some nice space for him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice gain.
Wilson a give to Rawls. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. Third down here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Play clock winding down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And now another one thrown incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later.
Longest
Maybe
drive
just try to settle
ever,
up.
LOL.
Second down, 8. Now Goff with his first throw in OT. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his side.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with 2 remaining here in this overtime session. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Goff now on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. On second down, here's Goff. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will be their third and final in this overtime session. And as they talk it over, we take a break. We'll be right back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to keep the game alive. And Zerline's kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. What do you say we keep on playing, partner?
Well, it's okay by me, Brandon. That is yet another pressure field goal right there. Each guy's made one here in this overtime. And from here on out, it'll be the next score that wins.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise you're always just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Rawls. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Time running out here on the play clock. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's John Ryan now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Halfback sent in motion. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the stick's move.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. This guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
All right, here we go.
They run. It's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hurry up, here we go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They'll run with Ferguson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So it'll all come down to the booming run. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 left here in overtime. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.